Inhale up. Exhale, side out. One more time. We'll reach right hand towards the ground, take left arm overhead, ground that left hip down, and stretch out through the ribs. Reach through both fingertips, everything is engaged. Inhale, we'll go over to the other side. We're going to ground down through the right hip, stick the right ribs out, find all that space, big deep breaths. Inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, reach the heart forward, hinge at the hips, let the head hang heavy, give everything a little wiggle. Shake the head, shake the shoulders. Inhale, we'll come up, reach up tall. Exhale the hands to the knees, and we're going to find our cat-cow. So draw the shoulder blades back. Before you ever draw the heart forward, reach the shoulders back, reach the heart forward, and exhale. Make space between the shoulder blades. Tuck the chin towards the chest and draw the belly button back towards the spine. Inhale forward, exhale round. Go back and forth. Flow with your breath. And as much as you can, try and bring the breath in through the nose and out through the nose. So they're also finding now that your tongue placement has a lot to do with your balance. So like if your tongue, your mouth is hanging open, your jaw is hanging open, your tongue is in a different place than if your mouth is closed and your tongue is sitting at the roof of the mouth. And apparently when your tongue sits behind those two front teeth towards the roof of the mouth, it helps stabilize the inner ear. All right, one more round. And then we're going to reach the chin forward, stretch that neck out. Round through the shoulder blades, tuck the chin towards the chest. Get as round as you can through the lower back. And then we're going to come back through center, sit up nice and tall, and then find your circles. Find that same cat-cow movement, but reach through the ribs on each side. The next time you're around center, we'll go the other direction. Inhaling, we'll come back through center. Give the shoulders a little wiggle, maybe even take some shoulder rolls, bending through the elbows, reaching back, getting that same open heart, but expanding through the arms. And then going the other direction, expanding through the shoulder blades. One more time, we'll reach back, open through the arms, look all the way up towards sky, taking the chin towards the ceiling. Big deep breath. Inhale, we'll reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Let the shoulders hang heavy. Let the head hang heavy. Inhale, we'll come up. We'll take arms to sky. Big deep breath. Reach tall and exhale. Turn the heart towards the left. Let the hands float down. Gaze over the back shoulder. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, turn the heart towards the right. Let the hands float down and gaze over the back shoulder. Inhale, reach up, and we're going to go back and forth. Exhale, come down. Inhale, reach up tall. Back and forth. Had somebody trying to break in here. His little nose couldn't be closer to the glass. All right, reach up, go off to one side, and reach through the ribs as you come down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, off to the other side. Reach through those ribs. Back and forth. All right, one more time through center. Reach up tall. Exhale, fold forward. Let everything hang in. Inhale, we'll come up. Take hands to sky. Exhale, twist to the left. Let the arms float down. Maybe you use the chair to go a little bit deeper into your twist. Look a little further over the left shoulder. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, turn to the left. See if you can go a little bit deeper into this twist. Gaze over the left shoulder, right shoulder. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up. If you guys have a block, grab it. If you don't, we'll just pretend. So we're going to move our block down in front of us. Sit up nice and tall in your chair. I have the hiccups, I'm sorry. Stack everything up. Shoulders over hips, knees in line with the hip, ankle underneath the knees. So you got everything in a nice right angle. The heart is open, the shoulder blades reach back towards each other, and the very center of the head is reaching up towards sky. Press the feet down into the ground. Notice your lower back. So when you engage the legs, you feel all that strength through the lower back, and maybe you feel them in the hip creases. So a lot of your stability from your balance poses comes from strength in your hip flexors. So we're going to march, lift through one heel and the other, but try not to lean into it, because then you're taking the strength out of your hip flexors and moving it into the laterals, the sides of the ribs. So you want to keep everything stacked up and lift from the heel. Keep that strength. Go with your breath. We've still got our yoga going here. This is our yogi squat. Gina knows. I haven't made y'all yoga squat. Someday. Keep going. And you're pulling up from the heel. Feel that through your quads, through your hip flexors. Feel the lower back engaged. If you find yourself slowly going back, make sure you're still pulling forward, still sitting up tall through the crown of the head. All right, one more time each side. We're going to bring the legs down. Do your dance. Release the hip flexors. And then we're going to take the right leg out long, flex and point. Make your circles with your big toe. Get that nice ankle mobility. That's going to help you when you're finding stability in your balance. We're going to flex through that foot. Lift up from the heel again, using your strength through the hip flexor, and hold. Sitting up nice and tall. Don't let yourself go forward or back. Keep that strength isolated in the hip flexor. When it starts to burn, bring it down, give it a wiggle. We're going to draw it in, give it a little dance. And then we're going to go over to the other side. Take left leg out, flex and point. Find your movement through the ankle. Draw those circles without moving the leg. So you're drawing through the big toe. And we'll flex through the foot, and we're going to lift up and hold. Still sitting up tall, still drawing that lower back in. Ooh, come down when it burns. Give it a wiggle. We'll draw it in. Do you dance? All right. Wiggle it out. And we're going to bring right leg over left. Cross your legs. Inhale, open up through the hands, and exhale, wrap right arm underneath left, and either bring the palms to touch or bring your hands to your shoulders. Take the elbows high and look up. We're going to find our eagle variation here. On your next exhale, bring the elbows down, around through the back. Drop the chin towards the chest. Your next inhale will open up. We'll uncross the legs, come back through center, push one knee forward and the other so you get a little bit of movement through the hips, a little bit of movement through those hip flexors again. And then we're going to go over to the other side. We're going to cross left over right. Inhale, open up. Exhale, take left arm underneath right, and either bring the hands to touch or bring them to your shoulders. Take the elbows tall, look up. Exhale, drop the elbows, round through the back, drop the chin towards the chest. Inhale, we'll open up, uncross the legs. Exhale, back down. Take a few cat-cows here again, getting movement through the spine. We've kept it nice and rigid. Now let's bring that movement back in. All right, we're gonna inhale up. Exhale, twist to the right. Let the hands come down, gaze over the right shoulder. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, turn to the left. Let the hands float down and gaze over the left shoulder. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Notice your breath. Notice where your tongue is and if your mouth is open or closed. And see if you can feel your hip flexors. Inhale, we'll come up. Everything a little shimmy. Then we're going to come standing behind our chairs. So I'm going to bring the seat towards me. We're going to walk the hands down to the chair, walk the feet out, find your halfway lift. So slight bend through the knees and reach the hips back. So draw the weight into the heels. Bring the head in line with the spine. Inhaling, we're going to take right foot forward. Slight bend through the knee, but keep the hips level and reach the hips back again. So maybe get a nice stretch through the hamstring, through the glute, through the lower back. And notice the stretch in the left hip through the hip flexor. Notice your breath. Notice your tongue placement. Inhale, we'll take right foot back. And we're going to take left foot forward. Slight bend through the left knee. Hips are level and reach back. Weight in the heels of the feet. We'll take left foot back to meet the right. Give the hips a little wiggle again. And we're going to take right foot forward. Leaving left hand on the seat. Slight bend through the right knee. We're going to take right hand high. Opening up through the heart. So this is a revolve triangle modification here. Reach up. We'll exhale down. Step right foot back to meet the left and take left foot forward. Keep right hand grounded down to the chair, and we're going to open up through the left arm. Exhale, we'll come back through center, step the feet together, and bend through one knee and the other. Shift the weight into one hip and the other. We're going to walk towards the chair. Inhale, take the arms to sky. Exhale down. All right, we're going to bring left shin to the chair, bending through the knee. So we're going to find our camel variations here. So we're going to inhale up. And we're going to take right hand to the lower back. If the fingertips can point up towards your head, then that's fine. If not, bring them towards the floor. Just up to your shoulder and your wrist. Take the left hand back, find the same. Whatever you did on the right, do it on the left. Open through the heart, draw the shoulder blades forward, and then reach the hip points forward and look up. See if you can feel that stretch through the front of the hips, maybe even through the lower back. Try not to dip into the lower back. We're pulling the hips forward. Inhaling, we'll reach up tall. Exhale, the arms down. Bring the feet back to the floor. Give it a little wiggle. And we're going to go over to the other side. So bring right shin to the chair. We'll bring the hands to the lower back. Draw the shoulder blades back, open through the heart. Look up, and then see if you can draw the hip points forward. And if you want, and you're stable, bring both shins to the chair and try. But remember the rules, there's no falling. Inhale, we'll come back through center. Bring the hips towards the heels. Lengthen out through the spine and then take one leg to the floor and the other. Find your halfway lift. Maybe walk the feet out, bend through one knee and the other. Give the hips a little wiggle. Bending through the knees. Inhale, we'll rise up. Taking hands to sky. Exhale, the arms down. All right, we're going to grab our block again. Bring it flat side down, long ways. And bring one foot up. Can you guys see? So I got one foot on the block. Maybe it'd be better to do it this way. All right. So one foot is up on the block, maybe a little bit out in front of you. And we're going to inhale up, reach that tall. Exhale, bring the hands through heart center. And press the hands in so that you feel the shoulder blades reach back towards each other. Keep that pressure so you feel like everything's pulling up through center. Maybe even get a little tight through the core there. Tuck the chin towards the back of the head. And then inhale, come up on the toes and come back down. So you get a little bit of a calf stretch here. But again, you're getting that ankle mobility. And then maybe we come up on the toes and pause, straightening through the right leg. Maybe you let the toes just brush the earth and go back and forth. Like you're sweeping the floor with your toes. And let that foot on the block rotate. That block has got some give to it, so you're going to feel one toe press in, one pinky toe, one heel. You can feel the ankle movement. And notice your hip flexor on the leg on the block. And if you don't have block, use books or something like that. A little stool. Anything where you can get that foot towards the earth, but not flat to the earth. How are we doing? It gets harder when you pull the hands away. All right, let's go to the other side. We're gonna bring that left foot up on the block. Press the hands into each other, draw the shoulder blades back, open through the heart, and we're gonna lift up and down through the right heel. Stretching through the calf. And then we're going to come up to the toes, maybe straighten through the left leg a little bit. Let that big toe stay on the ground. Find your balance, find your breath. Notice again where the mouth is, where the tongue is. And then we're going to let that right leg sweep the earth. Just let those toes brush back and forth. And you may have to adjust on your block there. Woo. My block is rounded. That's not an appropriate block for this. There we go. All right. Now I got my sweep. See, it may take you a couple times, a couple tries. That's fine. Come down, come right back. You're just teaching your muscles what that balance feels like, teaching your inner ear what that balance feels like. Each swipe of the toes lets your brain learn that new sensation, that new movement. Make it new neural pathways today. Whew. All right, we'll come down. Give it a wiggle. Shake it out. All right, now kick that block out of the way. Wiggle through the feet a little bit. And we're going to bend through the knees, set the hips back. So kind of like in our chair pose, take the hips back, keep the knees over the ankles. Inhale, reach up and find your chair pose. Rock the weight into the heels and then into the toes. And see how your balance changes with the hips out. All right, rock the weight into the heels and stay there. See if you can lift the toes up off of the earth. And if you're wearing shoes, this is going to be nearly impossible. So maybe take your shoes off. All right, we'll come up. Bend through the knees, inhale up. Exhale down. 2 more times. 1 more. All right. We're going to ground down through the right foot. So find that right big toe, right pinky toe, and then feel both sides of the heel. And kind of rock on the foot, going side to side, feeling those parts of the feet. Come to the toes of the left foot, bend through the left knee, and find your balance here. Notice your breath. See if you can find balance within the breath. So maybe you inhale for 4 and exhale for 4. Balance your inhales and exhales, and then move towards the body. Maybe drawing left heel into the right leg, taking the left knee out to the side and opening up through that hip flexor again. Inhale, we'll take the arms high. Exhale, hands to chest. Press into the palms. Steady the breath. Find a point about 6 feet out in front of you that's not moving. Focus on that. And then maybe take that left leg up the right, anywhere you want. When you find that point where you've got the foot into the leg, press the foot in and press the leg into the foot. So you've got the same pressure coming at both of those, pressing down through the foot, and then left foot presses into the leg, right leg presses into the foot. So you can bring your leg down. When we do our neck stretches sometimes, and we'll bring the hand to the side of the head, we're not pulling the neck down. We're finding that equilateral pressure between the head pressing into the hand and the hand pressing into the head. So this is the same. Foot pressing into the leg pressing into the foot. Find those opposing forces and let them work for you. All right, bring it down, wiggle it out. Inhale up. Exhale down. We're going to rock the weight to the left foot. Feel your left foot press down, come to the toes of the right foot. Feel your left big toe, your left pinky toe, and both sides of the heel. Maybe rock around. Feel that ankle move. Notice your hip flexors. And we're going to turn right knee out. Bring right heel into left leg. Inhale up. Exhale, hands through heart center and find your focal point. Steady your breath. Equal inhales, equal exhales. And then maybe you lift through the right foot. You come out, come right back. And find that equilateral pressure again. The leg's pressing into the foot, foot's pressing into the leg. You're still growing tall through the crown of the head. You've got your focal point. You've got your steady breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Exhale, we'll release. Give it a wiggle. And then just while you're here and you're relaxed, your hip flexors are open, your muscles are working, rock the weight into the toes and the heels. You can even swing the arms if that helps you stay balanced. Maybe you reach the hands forward as you come into the heels, you reach back as you come into the toes. So even just doing this a few times a day teaches your body. All right, we'll bend through the knees, inhale up. Exhale, fold forward. Let the head hang heavy, let the arms hang heavy. Maybe give everything a little wiggle, shake yes and no. And inhale, we'll rise up, reach the hands towards sky. Exhale down. We're going to come back to our chair. So the seat is facing us. We're going to bring left shin to the chair and then turn it out. You can bring your hands to the back of the chair, and then we're going to walk that right foot back. So we're find our standing pigeon here. And come as far into this as is comfortable. So you want a nice stretch through the right hip flexor. We're getting length through here. So you can bring your hands down to the chair, take that right foot back even more. Try and keep the left foot flexed. Keeps that hamstring engaged. We don't want to pull anything. Take some deep breaths. If you're wearing socks, be careful. No sliding. Notice how it changes the longer you stay in it. Notice how different things start stretching. You might even need to adjust your feet. Maybe adjust your knee. Inhale, we'll scoot that right foot forward. We're going to swing left foot down, bring it down to the ground and wiggle the hips. Notice left hip versus right hip. And then we're going to come up and we're going to bring right shin to the chair. Bring your hands to the back of the chair and then swing that right knee out. And we're going to scoot left foot back. We'll find our pigeon on the right, stretching through that left hip flexor. And again, find what feels good. So if you need to walk the hands down to get a little bit deeper, want to try and keep the hips level here as much as we can though. And notice the differences on the sides. So you might be able to go deeper on one side than on the other. That's just fine. We are not symmetrical beings. See if you can come back to that equilateral breath. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, finding that 4 count of the breath. And on your next inhale, we'll start scooting that left foot forward. Move right foot back out straight, bring the foot to the floor, wiggle the hips. And we're gonna walk the hands back, bend through the knees, inhale all the way up, reach up tall. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, we'll come up. And we're gonna find our seat. Give your hips a little wiggle. Notice if it feels any different to sit down now. Notice those hip flexors. Notice the feet. Notice your back. We'll inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, reach the arms back. Take the legs out long and extend through your chair. Maybe look up. Exhale, we'll let the arms come down. We'll bend through the knees, bring the soles of the feet back to the earth, and we'll sit up. We'll inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, hands through heart center. Close your eyes here. Notice the feet on the ground. See if you're putting equal pressure into both feet. Notice the hips. Are the hips sitting equally into the chair? Are the palms pressing into each other with equal force? And then notice your breaths. And we'll draw the thumbs to the forehead and bow as we say namaste.